Everyone thought that Tyrion Lannister started losing his mind from season 5, but they were wrong. Tyrion Lannister was too proud of his wit and he never hid it, not like Varys and Littlefinger, who hid their intentions behind the masks of loyalties and whispers. But Tyrion? Tyrion never did. Tyrion always wore his ambition like a lion wears its crown. But what if Tyrion always wanted to sit on the throne? This video will completely change the perspective of how you look at Tyrion Lannister. Tyrion Lannister was considered the cleverest man in Westeros, and like every clever man, he knew that the most dangerous move was the one that looked like a sacrifice. And when he bent the knee, when he gave himself to the queen that was promised, that wasn't devotion, that was positioning. He knew that the Iron Throne corrupts. He had already watched Cersei burn her enemies with the wildfire. He knows what happens when a Lannister loses control of the game. And Daenerys was the same. She was exceptional, she was brilliant, but she was terrifying. So he stood behind the dragons, armies, and the fire and smiled, because that is what Tyrion does. He finds the most powerful person in the room and makes himself indispensable to them. But it is not the same as loyal. When Jon Snow stepped into Dragonstone, Tyrion knew that he was an honorable fool just like his father Ned Stark. A man who would pick up a sword for the right reasons, which meant that he could be aimed like one, and Tyrion aimed him. He backed Jon's suicidal mission beyond the wall. The Night King, the army of the dead. Proof for Cersei, he said. A necessary risk, he said. And Daenerys lost a dragon in the snow. After the long night, Tyrion played his moves. With lips too loose and loyalties too tangled, he fractured Daenerys' claim on the throne like a hairline crack on a castle wall. He didn't just doubt her, he made others doubt her, slowly and publicly. Every whispered word to Jon, every hesitation in the council, every time he sighed before following her orders, that was a brick being removed from her foundation. And when the time came and Daenerys proved that she was still her father's daughter, Tyrion didn't look surprised, he was relieved. He knew that his plan worked. So he took off his badge like a martyr and turned to Jon. By the time Jon walked into his cell, Tyrion told him what had to be done. That wasn't betrayal, that was a final move. Jon was a blade Tyrion had forged over the years, and now he used him. Tyrion knew that the Unsullied weren't going to let him walk free. He had burnt his last reputation, he had no names to trade, and he has no armies behind it. So he does what he does the best. He played the only card that he had left. This is where it gets interesting. He named Bran the Broken as the king of the realm, the boy who could see everything but say nothing. Why would the realm accept it? But the realm was broken, bleeding, and tired, so it accepted him. They accepted Bran as the king. But Bran couldn't rule the kingdoms. He needed a hand to help him rule the kingdoms. And guess who sat on that position? Tyrion fucking Lannister. He never sat on the Iron Throne, but he ruled the kingdom sitting just beside it. That is not losing. That is Tyrion Lannister.